Alright, so the first thing I'm going to be doing is creating some doodles with Adobe Draw. After using the Metamoji app, I found that having my doodles drawn beforehand and then importing them as I am bullet journaling is way easier than trying to draw them in Metamoji. So that's what I'm doing right now. You'll see I'll just speed through this process of me just quickly drawing my doodles. Also, this is my first time using Metamoji on my iPhone, and it's been actually a really good experience, so I definitely recommend. So I'm going to be using Metamoji Note Lite because I wanted to try out the free version before committing, just to make sure I like it. And I'll be creating a new note, and the first page as always is going to be my cover page, and the theme for this bullet journal is going to be simple. It's going to be flowers, and for this one I put normal as the resolution quality, but if you're thinking about printing your digital bullet journal later on, I recommend always setting the images that you import as high quality. I'm also going to be including several other doodles just to spice up the cover page of my journal. Like, for example, I'm going to be adding this girl that I doodled, but I'm also going to be adding some flowers around her in June just to make the flower theme stand out a little bit more. And right now I'm just cropping her a little bit because I don't like that little bottom area that I drew. Yeah. And one thing that I really like about Metamoji is if I start to doodle within Metamoji, it will not erase my image if I use the eraser to erase any doodles I created within the app. And I really like it for that. And no, this video is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. Alright, moving on. So I'm trying to get into doing digital bullet journaling instead of doing it manually with notebooks. Since I basically have my phone with me everywhere I go, and it's more convenient. Oh yeah, just in case you guys didn't know, I am doing this on my iPhone. It's an old iPhone, and I have an Android tablet, but I don't feel like carrying my phone and my tablet around with me everywhere I go. But the thing that's convenient about this app, oh, and by the way, this page is going to be a quotes page because I like having motivational little words everywhere. Every single time that I don't know, scroll past a page. I don't know if anyone else does this, but I do it. Wow, I'm so sidetracked. Okay, so back to what I was saying. The thing that's convenient about this app is, let's say I'm doing this on my iPhone, I can go ahead and sync it, and when I go to my Android, whatever's saved or whatever I did on my iPhone shows up there too. So yeah. Oh, and also if you have an iPad, you can do this on the iPad too. But I don't have an iPad personally, so I found that Metamoji is the best solution for me. But there are other apps that you can check out, like GoodNotes, notably. I heard some people use OneNote and even Evernote to make their bullet journals. I don't know how Evernote works because I have it and it's not like this at all. But if you have an iPad, go ahead and use up those options. Since I imported my images from Adobe Draw, there's this extra spacing that comes from the canvas that I used. So I'm going to be using this crop tool a whole bunch. But if you use accurate sizing, you won't have to do what I'm doing. But if you don't mind cropping it like me, then it doesn't matter. Oh, and these are some lines that I also created in Adobe Draw, but you could just literally create your lines from the app itself. The only inconvenience though is if you write on those lines, when you use the eraser tool, if you made a mistake and you use the eraser tool, you're going to erase those lines along with your words. That's why I find this way more convenient for me. So if I write on my images that I imported, if I use the eraser tool, it won't be erased. And yeah, that's why I'm doing it this way. So if you do it this way, it'll be convenient if you erase words. This is a checklist that I created for moving out, since I am moving out this month. Well, around next month, I'm making a checklist so that I make sure everything that I have is in place. So yeah, this is a checklist. And as you guys can see on my iPhone, the thing that I don't like is like when I move in and out of this app, you'll see like the past text that I erased. It looks pixelized and like, you guys see what's going on. You see that chunky blue that keeps happening? Yeah, the text that's not even there. It's really annoying sometimes, but I guess maybe this is just a glitch or a bug that this app has. Hopefully it's fixed, but it doesn't bother me much, but it is kind of annoying. Here I'm adding flowers to just take up some space. I was going to start doodling them in, but then I remembered if I erase, they're going to be erased along with everything else. So yeah. Oh, but the text, I have no problem with adding some doodles on it and making them look a little bit more stylish, because I change the text all the time, so I don't mind erasing that one if I ever do need to change it. I find that whenever I'm trying to bullet journal, I can never leave the text plain. I always have to add some type of decoration to it. So yeah, that's one of my pet peeves or troubles, or I don't know, uncontrollable triggers. I always need to add decorations to all the text that I write. Okay. And ooh, I love that it has this lasso tool that when I circle around the text that I wrote within the app, it just goes ahead and resizes it. So if I need to change the size or change the location, I can just use this nice little lasso tool. I'm going to change this page, by the way. So this page is going to be for my week. Okay, so the recording, or like the screen recording, went missing for some reason. I guess my iPhone didn't have enough space or something crashed, but the screen didn't record. Well, I pressed on record and it just disappeared. It didn't save to my camera roll. So what I did was instead of like importing each image one by one, it got really annoying. So I just imported them all at once, and then I long pressed and held onto the image. And if you clicked on more, that area where it says more, it allows you to register the image and add it to your item. So instead of going back to your images and adding them one at a time again and again and again, it's just there. So if you long press and click on add registered items, it just adds them for you. And later on, you guys might understand what I'm talking about, because the clip I had of me doing this completely disappeared. But yes, this is my weekly plans, or my week glance or something like that. I don't know. I'm still new to bullet journaling, so this is my week at a glance. And this is a quick checklist I made on the side just in case I need to accomplish anything for the week. And if I failed or didn't do it, I'll be able to see the main key things that I missed. All right, so when I'm done with my checklist, this is how the page looks like. Voila. Okay, so next up, I'm going to show you guys what I meant by registering an item. So instead of adding your images one by one every single time, it's so tedious, so boring, ruins the experience. So instead, add all your images to one page, especially the images you're going to use over and over again. You're going to long press on the image you want to register, click on more, and register item. That way, when you create a new page and you're going to reuse that image, all you have to do is long press and then add item, and you can see from a list the items that you added or registered, and you can add that onto the page. And I'm going to show you an example right now. And it's as simple as that. I don't want to overkill you guys with endless pages of me just doodling and journaling and trying to decorate the page to make it look as nice as possible. So what I'm going to do is fast forward a little bit and show you the last two pages I created. And yeah, I created a habit tracker page and a to read page for the webtoons I'm trying to read this year. And I created like little stars so I could rate them too. And this is basically how it looks like. So here's a quick overview of my current June journal, digital journal. I didn't want this to be too long, so here's what I got for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and give Metamoji a try if you haven't. Bye!